Hi, my name is Cassie Wallwey, and I'm going to give you a quick 3-minute thesis on my dissertation research. To give you some background information, my research focuses on how feedback we give to students in the classroom may or may not be motivational to students. So we know that feedback has been shown to improve student learning, and research has also identified the best feedback practices that we could use to improve the achievement of student learning outcomes. What I want to look at is how feedback improves student learning outcomes. So not only by implementing good learning techniques, but as there's something about feedback that is or isn't motivational that speaks to students' perceptions and how they might engage with the material beyond that. To better understand this, the research question that I aim to answer is, in what ways do students describe feedback influencing their motivation in an engineering mathematics course? To answer this research question, I will employ a sequential explanatory mixed methods research design. This research design involves 3 distinct phases: 2 phases of data collection and analysis, one quantitative and the next qualitative, and a third mixing phase. The quantitative phase will involve a survey and then statistically analyzing that survey, and the phase 1 results will inform phase 2, where I will interview students and qualitatively analyze that interview data. I plan to complete all of these phases over the course of the year, starting in this fall semester and ending next fall semester. With 3 distinct phases of this research come 3 distinct purposes. The first phase purpose is to quantitatively assess the role of feedback on student motivation in engineering mathematics courses and understand students' feedback preferences. The second phase is to qualitatively investigate in more detail what feedback specifically autonomously motivated students prefer and what role that feedback may play and how they engage in the course. Autonomously motivated students are students that are most directly influenced by intrinsic motivation. And the purpose of the final phase is to mix these qualitative and quantitative results to gain further insights with both breadth and depth into how feedback can be used to bolster student motivation and in turn improve student engagement. Ultimately, the goals of my research are to produce trustworthy, accessible, and valuable results. So I will focus on quality and validity to ensure the trustworthiness of my results. I will also make sure that my recommendations are usable and accessible to engineering education practitioners that are based in both pedagogy and the results of this data. And I also plan to implement a dissemination plan that really focuses on the importance of the research to practice loop by placing significant stock in how my results and recommendations create or don't create value for my stakeholders. Thank you for listening, and below are the few references that I included in these slides.